In the past, we always were different from other southern states. We were different in a lot of ways, but in particular, let's take Mississippi. Why were we different from Mississippi? And of course, John Guinness knows this stuff forward and backwards. We were different for a couple of reasons. One, we had New Orleans, and there's no other city like New Orleans in the South. That always acted as a fulcrum by which to move the entire state. Remember, New Orleans no longer has the electoral clout with the white flight over the last 50 years. People have been moving out into all the suburbs, so now we're left with a New Orleans that is in fact quite liberal, but is in fact quite small relative to the size of the rest of the population of the state. It has been losing power quite a bit. The other area we had was Acadiana, French Catholic Acadiana. Again, no other place in the South had that kind of large group of people who were going to vote Democrat. But guess what? Roe v. Wade came along, the Catholic Church began to move more conservatively, more evangelical. Next thing you know, you've got voters who are Catholic who are starting to say it's okay to vote Republican, and no, even moving on to that next step, which is to say it's a sin not to. And so now, although Catholic voters in Louisiana do split their votes more so than Protestant voters, they are, I think, a fair Republican majority at this point. At the same time, we moved into the majority-minority difference districts, so we have become much better at capturing majorities and holding them. And as Republicans have gained control, that's happened as well, and Democrats have been packed into districts to elect Democrats, but only in certain numbers.